Bourbon leaves one woman dead and 3 people injured. Here's what we know. Police say 3 women, 1 man were shot around 2:22 this morning around the 100 block of Bourbon. That's closest to Canal. So NOPD reports that a woman was killed and she was an innocent bystander in this situation. Meanwhile, the other victims, we're told, were out in the French Quarter celebrating a birthday. We spoke to NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick just an hour or so ago. She spoke to us at the scene, urging patrons in the French Quarter to leave their guns at home.
We know her to be 33 years old. She has a sibling who was with her who was also shot at the hospital. We have 2 other people who were shot. We believe one of them, all of them potentially are stable at this point. We recognize the legality of being able to carry a gun, but when you mix it with people who are drinking, then we have a high-risk situation. So please leave your guns at home. If you know of people who are carrying illegally, please report it through Crime Stoppers. Don't let it escalate. Help be a partner to us.
Kirkpatrick says the shooting was caught on security cameras on Bourbon Street. At this time, the incident is still under investigation. There's no word yet on a possible suspect and no further details available at this time. Also this morning, NOPD are investigating a shooting that happened near City Hall that left 1 man dead. It happened in the 300 block of Loyola Avenue that is directly in front of Duncan Plaza at around 12:22 this morning. Police say the victim died at the hospital. Currently, no additional details are available. We'll update you on air and online as these stories develop. Good morning.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. We're back with another video. So before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekahakwadash, to the elder apostles, elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well. I'd like to give double honor, shalom, to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the hopeful elect, shalom. We're here with a lesson I'm going to call, There is no mirth in the evil days. And as you just seen, a triple shooting on Bourbon Street left 1 dead and 3 injured. And if you know Bourbon Street, it's a place of mirth, all kind of debauchery, all kind of wickedness go down on it. And it's just a place to where if you're saying you're a man of the Lord, you just wouldn't want to be. Because judgment can happen anytime at that place, especially now that we're in these last days. Because when you go to Bourbon, you don't think about the problems of the world. You don't think about what kind of time you're in. You're not thinking about, heck, I got to be at work in the morning. All you is in this mirthful spirit, drinking, partying, having a good time. But Yahweh Ba'Shem and Hawashai is here to give everybody a wake-up call. That spirit of mirth that used to permeate throughout the United States is being drained slowly but surely with political issues, with assassinations, heck, with just shootings on the street. We're starting to see Yahweh Ba'Shem and Hawashai start to rip the mirth out of Babylon the Great. And this here is just another instance of that. Because these people don't understand that they're in wicked times where Yahweh Ba'Shem and Hawashai is judging the world. They feel like they can stay in that mirthful spirit. So Yahweh Ba'Shem and Hawashai had to get them a wake-up call and say, hey, this is not the time for you to be partying and reveling and all these other things. Great judgment is about to come upon the earth. So if you feel like you want to continue to be in a merciful spirit, don't be mad when Yahweh Ba'Shem and Hawashai bring judgment upon you. Because this is just another instance where judgment has been carried out to people who want to enjoy this place of mirth. I'm going to start here. Ephesians 5:15-16. See that you walk circumspectly. That means in a 360-degree view of what's going on. Not with just you, but with the whole world itself. Not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, don't be out here thinking shit ain't gonna happen. That everything is good. 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And we are living in very evil times, man. To where you're watching kids getting put to death by their parents, people getting put to death by animals, other people getting put to death by other people. Nations are ready to war against each other. You're seeing governments turning on their citizens turning on their government. You really think now is the time that you want to go out there and party and have a good time? No, man. It is not that time anymore. We're in those evil days where Yahweh Bashim Shai is passing out judgment like the ice cream man pass out ice cream. Heck, like Oprah Winfrey back in the day when she was passing out cars and shit. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Guess what Yahweh Bashim Shai said? You get judged, you get judged, you get judged. And that's what happened in this situation on Bourbon Street. People going out there celebrating birthdays in that merciful spirit, and Yahweh Bashim Shai brought about judgment upon them. Now, only one person lost their life, but that was her judgment by Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's showing you people that there is no longer a time to be partying. It's a time to get right with him, or he's just going to bring judgment upon you. Because that merciful spirit that everybody in, because they want to get away from all the stuff that they see, is ultimately going to be to a lot of people's ruin, as we just seen with this young lady right here. Because we are in evil times, man. I'm going to go here, Ecclesiastes 7:72. It is better to be in the house of mourning than the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and all living will lay it to his heart. Yeah. It's better to be in that house of mourning. And you think about a feast. Feast is like a good time. You sit down, you eat, you're smiling, you're feeling good, maybe with family, everybody talking and enjoying their time. It's not that time for a house to be in that house of feasting, to be in a situation where you're all happy. Because if you're mourning, you're in that contrite spirit where you understand, like, man, my life can end either today or tomorrow, even at this very moment. You'll want to get right with the Most High. You'll want to stay out of this situation where you feel like, well, I'm going to just go out and party and I'll forget about it. No, you're not going to forget about it. Why? Because we're living in evil days, and Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to make sure the people of the world know that there is no more mirth that will be going out. Only evil times, only death, destruction, waste, famine. Anything evil you can think of, Yahweh Bashim Shai has got that on his ticket, and he studied punching it. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Yeah. It's made better because you begin to understand you begin to understand the heaviness of what's really going on. Because think about it, man. When you feeling sorrowful, your heart is heavy, you go to reflecting on things. You go to thinking about certain situations. Like if you have a broken heart, you like, man, I can't believe I let that happen. Then your mind go to playing certain things. You go to playing through stuff like, damn, he or she showed me signs of that was about to happen right there, or you've been betrayed. They showed me signs of they weren't really for me, and I just looked over that. Why? Because when you're laughing and feeling good with that person, you looked over it. But when you being in a sorrowful state, you're able to analyze situations better. You're able to look into it and see the things that when you was smiling and happy that you missed and thought that everything would be okay. Verse 4, the heart of the wise are in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools are in the house of mirth. And it's very foolish to be in that house of mirth in this time. Remember what it said in Ephesians 5 and 16. The days are evil. They're evil because people don't have the love like they used to. Back in the day, people just flash a gun to you, show you just to do it to get you up off of them. It was rare that you really had people that were really about their life about pulling that trigger. It was mostly pulling out a gun for show. But now, here in the last days, people no longer do that. It's my life or your life. And most people are going to choose their life. They're not going to give you a second chance to get down upon them. So they're just going to end up pew a lot of people. And we're seeing that in this time of evil, that all kind of wickedness is going out upon the earth. So for all the wickedness that's being done, guess what? Judgment is being brought out, which bring about evil days. All right. I'm going to go Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah. And that's what's going on. The love of many is it done wax cold. Meaning people don't have that same kind of love, the same kind of reservation about not putting somebody to death. Hey, they'd rather just put you to death than to worry about you. That's why you seeing these pew-pewing going on. There's no more argument, no more fighting with hands. I just go ahead and get rid of you now and don't have to worry about you later. That's why you got to walk circumspectly. Not in a spirit of mirth, but in a sorrowful, mournful spirit. To where you go to thinking about how you're moving. Because if you don't think about how you're moving, you bound to put yourself in a situation that if you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, you don't have him on your side, man, you just gonna be one of the people who gonna end up being put in the ground. Why? Because you don't understand what kind of times you're living in. You don't understand that people don't really care for other people like that. Now let's go to that word wax. Because that cold spirit, that cold heartedness is going out throughout all the earth. And we're starting to see people just not really giving you know what, and laying people out. And it's just going to continue on. Remember, not too far from what they were talking about, a man got shot in front of the courthouse, I think it was, or something. Slocky. Before I get there, let me get that. Think about that, man. They talk about one, then had to mention of nothing. That because we're in evil time. That because there's no more love out there for people anymore.
That is directly in front of Duncan Plaza at around 12.
Let's see. Slocky.
This morning, NOPD are investigating a shooting that happened near City Hall that left one man dead. It happened in the 300.
There we go, near City Hall, which is crazy, man. Near the City Hall where the governor be at, man got put to death and got judged. That's because we're in evil times, man. That's because no one has love for each other anymore. Why? Because they have waxed cold. Psychos. Strong G 5594 psychos for the word should be shall wax cold. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go with definition number 3, a metaphor of waning love. Yeah. Get that word waning. Let's see. Wane. Uh let's see. Of the moon having a progressive smaller part of this, not this definition. Especially of a condition or feeling, decrease in vigor, power, or extent to become weaker. Yeah. The love people have for each other has become weaker. So in it becoming weaker, people don't care too much more to, hey, just really put you to death. There is no more, I think about it, or you got lucky. Now if they pull that tool, they're going to use it. But this ultimately, the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai, because he had put those spirits out there, those vengeful spirits, to do the work that he need done. So whoever getting put to death is because of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Remember, the scriptures say, whoever died being innocent, where were the righteous cut off? That woman wasn't innocent when she got put to death. It was something she did in a former life or even this life that Yahweh Bashim Shai judged her for because she went unrepentful. But that happened because of the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Shai put into the world, which we're going to end out here in Sirach 39. There'll be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So who made these spirits? Yahweh Bashim Shai. How do they pour out their force? By bringing death and destruction to people. Injury, all kind of things. They're about to go into it. Verse 29. Fire and hail, famine, and death. All these was created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. What's the modern day sword? That gun. Punishing the wicked to destruction. See? She wasn't innocent. Not in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Maybe she didn't have nothing to do with that situation. But she was put to death ultimately because of Yahweh Bashim Shai wanted. And that's what's going on with a lot of people. Just like whoever got put to death in front of City Hall. So don't you think you should be walking circumspectly in these evil days, seeing that the love of many have waxed cold, meaning the love of many have weakened to the point to where now people don't care if you got kids and a family. They don't care if you fighting against them or not. They put you to death. They just gonna put you to death and won't think two things about it. Verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And that's all this was. Those spirits doing the job that Yahweh Bashim Shai had them to do. Put one woman to death and injured 3 others. Why? Because they think that this time is the time that they should be partying and celebrating birthdays when Yahweh Bashim Shai have his men on the highways and byways telling you that's not the kind of spirit you need to be in. So for anyone who want to continue partying with all this death and destruction going on, that's on you. But remember, you're in evil time, and Yahweh Bashim Shai definitely have these spirits that he created to bring about death and destruction, going about and doing the job that he having them to do. And they're doing it greatly. But that's all I had on that. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.